next weekend in Vegas. So, you know, that's 2 Fire Vegas events coming up for you guys in the near future. Not
Vegas
just
is
level
eating.
up. Yeah, exactly. But also double down a month after that. So, guys, hope that we could see you there. And if we don't, then you're lost.
And if we don't, I'm just going to hit you forever for it. So I'm going to take personal offense to that. Now, DDog and Little Dill. So we're going to be seeing Steve going up against Pichu. I think this is a very classic case of the one that plays back and the aggressor, right? So DDog's game plan, play back, get a bunch of resources. I think something that's going to be super relevant. Pichu's T-Jolt, although dealing a little bit of damage, you got to be conservative with some of its usage, will definitely be able to go up and around those blocks. So that constant pressure is something you got to be so cognizant of as Steve. And we don't really have a lot of Pichus in New York, so I'm curious about DDog's experience here.
Yeah, this character definitely a dying breed. What's the guy? Some guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the New York Pichu, right? That's pretty much all we got. And Little Dill, I believe, repping North Carolina, unless, you know, NC stands for something else. But I'm assuming that that's where he hails from. So we got a little bit of a north of MDVA versus south of MDVA duel here.
Ooh, DDog trying to go through all these loops with forwarding, but you got to keep in mind that Pichu is a little tiny baby. And that, you know, pancaking on the way down is going to make it so difficult to get that descending forwarder that would actually work on a lot of the cast. DDog's going to have to play his punish game a little bit more ambiguously.
Yeah, you do have to combo the small guys different than the big guys, that's for sure. And usually it just means cutting your combos short, looking for more resets, and also trying to out-button them, right? Pichu, such little range on almost all of his moves. We're going to see that potentially come into play against Steve, who is armed with various weapons.
I like how much DDog is respecting Little Dill, but just ends up eating an F smash to the face. Never underestimate that little baby's skill power because, oh, buddy, it's going to get you. DDog is now going for like a lot of early block placements, just out of like respect to T-Jolt. Now going to be going for it, and Little Dill is just chilling, using down tilt to be able to break through them, just looking for this next opening. And you know, as soon as Pichu finds it, Pichu's damage output speaks for itself.
Oh, very slick there by DDog, sneaking underneath the Thunder Jolt, picks up a forward smash kill. All right, this is so close to even, but it's been Little Dill controlling the pace. He got the first kill, and also starting to tack on some damage here, looking pretty nice to set up for a second one here.
Just jumping between platforms, you know, using T-Jolt once again. You got to be super conservative with its usage, and there it is. Little tiny baby effect coming into play once again. Little Dill just able to slip out effectively from whatever the DDog was cooking up.
Oh, that air dodge almost getting blown up there. Okay, that would have been a lot of damage potentially from DDog, but
loops, resets. Oh my goodness.
I think this just shows how punish game centric so many of the Steve players are, right? Like you see DDog just falling behind every time he's not able to take those hits as far as he normally would.
Yeah, this is where Steve excels. It's getting like a jab and then blowing you up for it. Little Dill sat there at goal position, waited, and DDog ended up getting right into the clutches of that F smash. Such a menacing tool.
I think that's why we need to ban Steve. After seeing that, I've only come to that
fully
conclusion.
Agree. Yeah, absolutely. No argument for me.
Wow, so much damage coming out just off of like 1.5 forward airs there from Little Dill. Establishing some nice extra credit and consistently blowing up these rolls from the ledge.
Dill has a tell. Dill has a tell. Dill dashes in, and DDog tries to cross him up every single time. Little Dill that time around is going to jump right into up smash, so active. And that was like a melee PS2 moment for a second. Well, that was PS moment.
Yeah. Was about to be an infinite right there. Oh, off the wall again. These players, they're just playing Mario Party minigames at this point. This isn't Smash Brothers. Oh, no. I'm scared for Pichu. This is where
it's snowballing a little bit. Steve's on top of you, but you have no island on deck. This is something that's going to be so difficult. Was that the Minecraft fall damage sound?
Oh, I thought I just heard the diamond sound or like the rare metal sound. I don't know. I've never played Minecraft, so I don't know.
What? Are you serious?
I'm almost
Okay,
30.
Max, that's got to change. Down smash,
off the wall. Yeah, you're alive.
That block ends up blocking the kill nonetheless. And DDog keeps on rolling back on. Steve has a phenomenal goal, but not when it's that consistently telegraphed. Up B has so little landing lag. DDog has made these comebacks before. Is DDog going to be able to put Little Dill in the doghouse?
Oh my god. And the block's still there. Yep. That has saved DDog twice now. Looking like a focus band or something. Just keeping this man alive. 10% chance every time. And that is not going to save you. All right, a little roof over Pichu's head. for that cute finish to game 1. Little Dill looking really impressive here. I'm about to look up the North Carolina PR now. We checked Kentucky, but I'm about to check NC.
And honestly, with the tail that DDog was on yesterday, this is not a easy win by any means. To be able to open him up like that, not a lot of players yesterday could say the same. DDog did get second at the glitch pre-local. He's definitely one of the ones that everybody has their eyes on. But the question is he going to be going down early? Oh, what? Oh, the music choice. Delicious.
Yeah, fire song. NC, Smash, Ultimate, Power Ranking.
So this time around, they're going to be opting to go through small battlefield now.
All right, chat's faster than me. All right, unranked player about to take down the Tweak Slayer, perhaps? The Tweak Slayer?
And what I really like already is that this is something that I completely forgot about. Because of the 4 sides of Steve's block, if you try to T-Jolt that, T-Jolt has to go all the way around it and then inevitably ends up disappearing. Oh, some loops.
Yeah, I love how the game tries to teach you like kindergarten level geometry with that.
Yeah.
That's very cute. All right. So it's been very strong for DDog at the beginning of this match. Yeah, wow, just getting blown up by the TNT straight up. We know drama.
Oh, tries to go through these drag downs once again. I do believe DDog that time ago was SDIing out because they kind of ended up getting teleported to the other side of Pichu. When you have electric, oh wow, call it into up smash. You gotta just deal with that. Now, one really quick thing, when it comes to Pichu combos, because of the electric effect and the added hit lag, that's going to give you more opportunity to SDI. Make it as difficult for Pichu to combo you as possible. Back heel and forward, mash SDI out, mash SDI down, and you will be living longer than you think, especially down smash at ledge.
Exactly. And I feel like that's just like walking, right? Where it's like something that's easy to do in a vacuum, but having the presence of mind to do it in the middle of a set and also not giving yourself the bad DI out and dying early, yeah, it'd be really rough. But that said, DDog looking so much better in the second game here. We're still seeing those rolls from the corner, by the way. I saw it into an up tilt string that actually ended up working out for DDog, but definitely a habit that Little Dill has picked up on and capitalized on a lot last game.
I mean, the biggest thing that DDog now is slowly not doing it as much, going through a lot more minecarts because he has Island on deck. You live and die by your Island as Steve. That's recovery mix-ups, that's burst option, and that's going to be landing mix-ups as well. And look how much mileage every single minecart is doing.
30 damage!
Off of a straight hit.
That also could turn into a command grab if you decide to.
If you will so, you know. So this is looking like DDog's game right about now, mixing up Little Dill completely. Seems like Little Dill is not counter-adapting as much. DDog wanted that spike, he wanted that kill, and now he's at the ledge against Pichu. This is not a fun place to be at all.
The forward air, of course, not enough to kill. Steve light, but not that light. Pichu noticeably lighter than Jigglypuff, you know. Basically, Steve is just super heavy compared to his opponent here.
Dashing in, dashing out, and the extended hitbox on the crafting table gave DDog enough time to be able to land and shield on the anvil. That was an interaction and a half. That's not something that you see quite often.
Yeah, Steve does get quite a few lucky breaks because of the added hit lag on his blocks and, you know, other interactable things that he's got. So keeping him safe there, sparing him a little bit of damage. Preventing the 3-stock, but Little Dill, gonna be the JV3, bleeding out quite heavily on such a light character.
This boiled down to 2 things. Steve's live and die by the island. And DDog just had the ability, DDog kind of got a little bit lucky on some of his resource pulling because he was able to get it a whole lot more than he did on Pokemon Stadium 2. And the second thing was the fact that DDog stopped being so predictable with his ledge options. He was also being put into disadvantage less, so he didn't have to make that decision. He didn't have to make that coin flip nearly as often. And as a result, Little Dill could not get kills. Little Dill was not able to start a lot of situations. DDog was constantly playing out, calling out those T-jolts every single step of the way. So let's see how Little Dill countered it up too.
All right, stage choice also could play into the equation here, of course. Small battlefield, really, I mean, it's small PS2. I don't know why they named it Small Battlefield. But now we're just on Smashville. We got a little house for Steve to hide underneath. Same can be said for Pichu, but I feel like this character is just not as threatening underneath that platform as Steve would be. Maybe a bit of a self-counter pick here.
I think that was a bit of a shield poke actually coming out. And all of these techs, all these interactions, man, we playing a completely different game. DDog is starting to put Little Dill into the doghouse because already he's sitting at 0%. 83. This is kill percent for Pichu.
I love that that's the DDog chant. Like, put him in the doghouse. So funny.
It's so good. Yeah.
And it's hero to death. I mean, oh no. Are we about to see 2?
Uh-oh. This is getting really scary for little Dill. Needs the air dodge to be able to make it back on. Has yet to even touch DDog a single time. What is happening? Little Dill is fumbling the bag a little bit.
Finally getting a hit in with the Thunder Jolt, but man, this is just completely falling apart. And
that would have been a punish.
Turnaround.
That should have been a grab out of shield. Anytime you see a dash attack on your shield, unless you're like fighting out a Pac-Man, that should be... Okay.
I'm living in Spain without the S. Watching that. Steve, man, I don't know. Steve is just one of those characters that he puts hands on you one time and you might die.
Oh, and this is...
Oh, wow.
What?
75-second game.
That's a doghouse. He got put in the doghouse.
Literally, like, the roof over his head and everything.
I mean, imagine having the presence of mind. Oh, excuse me. My replay tablet's a little desynced. Imagine having the presence of mind at this point. You get sent off stage by DDog. And then this is not something that you've had to worry about this entire time. Not a single time did Little Dill actually end up getting blocked like that, right?
Right.
So, you know, typically you'd want to like double jump up air, do some funny stuff with that. If it has not happened to you a single time that game, that is something you just forget about. Steve has so many edge guarding and ledge trap mix-ups that...
I mean, really, you could have even just angled out and then back in with your up B because you're Pichu, but you're not thinking about that.
You gotta know it's coming, and
yeah.
DDog didn't even do that a single time up until that moment.
You want to get back on the ledge as soon as possible when you see the Steve chase.